Hello, my dear students. I'm Ifatara Jahan, your course teacher, and today we are going to start our first product of baking confectionery. The product will be cakes and related product that will be pastry. So till now, we already know about all of the basic things of baking, their principles, ingredients, their functions. With we also know how heat are transferred within product. With that, we also know about different kinds of machines that is used in your industries. So from today we will start to learn individual product, their mixing, their baking, and with that related all of the informations. So now we'll start it. First of all, that your product name is cakes. So we have to know actually what is cake. So if you want to know that, you actually know it very well that what is cake, because in our first class we already learned about that it is a form of sweet food that made from flour, sugar, and other ingredients that is usually used for baking. And the oldest form of cake actually is bread. Why? Because it's actually a mistake that whenever one day bread is not made properly, so for that day actually cakes was prepared. So, and after taking that cake, the baker feel that it's also tastes good. And from that day, a variety of bread, a name of variety of bread cakes also came into the market. And now cake is very popular in all over the world, and it also uses as dessert. And if you go for why it's used, we already know that we can see that picture. It's a very decorative picture. So it's used actually different kinds of ceremonial occasion, wedding, anniversaries, birthdays. In all of the functions, actually we use cakes. And if now we go for the ingredients, you already know that what are the baking ingredients? That some are main ingredients and some are optionals. So if you go for main ingredients, that will be flour, sugar, fat, and eggs. That means with that ingredients, without that, you cannot make cake. With that, some are also optional ingredients like salt, milk, water, leavening agents. And with that, it can be different kinds of flavor, or you can also use nuts or different kinds of fruits. As we are very well known about the all functions of these ingredients, so now we will just know the names that what is needed for making cakes. Now we go for the classification of cakes. So if you go for classification of cakes, we can classify cakes actually in three types. First one is called shortened cake, and second one is called unshortened cake, and third one is called chiffon cake. Actually, in shortened cake, shortened we already know that shortened means the fat. So in that type of cakes, mainly fats are used. But in case of unshortened cakes, mainly use are eggs. Their fat is not normally used. And in case of chiffon cakes, that is actually a combination of shortened and unshortened cakes. That is normally we prepare in our homes or in our bakeries. That is mostly chiffon cakes. So in case of shortened cakes, we already mentioned that is we use actually shortening like our solid shortening, butter, margarine, that kinds of materials we use there, and it's mainly cream cakes. Example, red velvet cake, cheesecake, or chocolate brownies, all of the cakes used or prepared by the using of that butter or margarine. If you go for, that's some figures or images. If you go for methods for mixing shortened cakes, so what will be the method? Actually, we can prepare that cakes by two methods. One is conventional method, another is quick mixing method. So what happened actually in conventional method? In conventional method, initially with the fat or shortening and granulated sugar, we use a mixture, or it can be mostly liquid mixture for preparing the cream, or we can also say that the mixture has become aerated. Okay, and after that, with that mixture we also add eggs, and the creaming action is continue. Okay, that means with fat and sugar, we also, after some time beating, we also add eggs, and after incorporated that egg, we add some milk and flour, and after that it go for baking. That is called the conventional method. Another is called the quick mixing method. So what happened there? Actually, in case of quick mixing method, it's also called high sugar ratio cakes. The sugar percentage is more than the conventional method. And what happened there? Here all the dry ingredients are shifted together in a bowl, and then the fat, milk and flavoring are added there. And all the ingredients then mix vigorously with an electronic beater or mixer for 2 minutes. And here egg is not added first. Egg is added the next step. After 2 minutes of vigorous mixture of that fat, milk, flavoring, and flour, milk powder, anything you can do as a flour, as a dry ingredients. After that, eggs are added there, and again, it's beaten vigorously for 2 minutes. Then your batter will be ready, and it's go for baking. That means in shortened cake, we read or we learn about two types of methods. One is conventional method, another is quick mixing method. And then with two methods, our batter is ready now, is go for baking. Normally for baking the shortened cake, the temperature is used for 163 to 170 degrees centigrade. So that is our shortened cake. Our next one now, what is that? That was unshortened cake. So in case of unshortened cake, we mentioned that there is a name that is unshortened. That means here no fat will be added. So how you will prepare that cake? You will prepare that cake by the using of eggs and sugars. And we also say that foam or spongy cakes. Why? Because it's mainly leavened by air, and so as so much air is incorporated with egg, it is a spongy cake. It's also called a spongy one or foam cake. So on shortened cake, we divided into two categories. First one is white angel cakes. It is made with egg whites only. In that type of cakes, no egg yolk is added. Example, sponge roll. And another one is called yellow sponge cake. Here, the cake is prepared with whole eggs. That means your egg yolk and egg white, both are used there. And example is a sponge round cake. So if you go for mixing of white angel cake, that is used mostly for egg white and egg yolk is not added there. So how we will prepare that? It's a very light and almost fluffy cake, and it's leavened only by air and steam with no chemical leavening added there. So how we'll do that? Egg whites are constitute the main ingredients along with sugar. You will add the egg white or beating the egg white vigorously, then it will prepare a foam. Okay, and then you added sugar and you again a foam, stiff foam that will not move. And as there is no leavening agent we added here or chemical leavening agent we added here, so sugar actually act as a tenderizing agent or softening or fluffing agent. Then how we will bake that? You can bake that is from 191 to 204 degree centigrade. And in case of angel food cakes, actually, it's mostly used ungreased tube style cake pans. For example, sponge roll, we give an example there. Then our second one, yellow sponge cake. In case of that, it's actually the mixing method and baking temperature is almost same as angel cake. Okay, and except that we say that here yolk is also added. And in case of some sponge cakes, small amount water are also used. And in case of baking temperature is same or mixing is same as angel cake. So we already read about that is your what sponge cake and that is sponge roll. And now we already know about what is shortened cake and what is unshortened cake. Now we'll learn about chiffon cake. Chiffon cake is mainly the cake that is we prepared in our homes or bakeries, that is combination of shortened and sponge type cakes. We use their liquid shortening or solid shortening, or we also add their eggs. All of the combination is added here. Examples: orange chiffon cake, orange jelly roll, vanilla chiffon cake, all of the cakes, okay, that we normally eat, that is chiffon cake. And mixing method, you already know it actually, because it's the mixing method that you regularly use in your homes. What is that? That first all dry ingredients you have to shift it together in a bowl. That a mixture will be prepared with egg yolk, oil or other liquid. If you want to add any flavor there, you will add flavor there, and then whole mixture is blended. Then you prepare another mixture with egg white, or you can also say that you will prepare the foam of egg white. And after that, both of the liquid mixture will be added together. That means these two mixture will be added together. And after adding that, you will mix your flour by folding. Okay. So it is the our method of chiffon cake mixing. So what will be the temperature of baking of chiffon cake? It's actually a range of both. That is shortened and unshortened cake. That is 163 to 200 degrees centigrade. So that was our, it's a figure of your chiffon cake. So that was our learning for today, that we learned about different kinds of cakes with classification, and we also learn about their mixing and baking methods, and we'll discuss more in our discussion class. That's for today. Thank you.